I am kind of excited to give Donkey Kong Country Returns one final shot. Now, does my opinion matter at all with this game? No. I mean, it's going to exist whether I like it or not. Well, I don't mind that it exists. I'm just saying whether I like the game or not, it's going to exist. People are going to like it. Some people are going to not like it. But what I mean by one final shot is that I was excited when it came out originally because I'm a huge Donkey Kong Country fan. I mean, I got the thing in the back. Like I love Donkey Kong Country. Playing Returns, I still remember actually. I remember they had asked AVGN, the Angry Video Game Nerd. He was at like E3 or whatever it was, whatever convention. And they asked him what he thought of Donkey Kong Country Returns. And he had said something like, I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said something in a way of where it was like it was like it wasn't that exciting. Like it was like, it's just like kind of cool. And I remember being like, what? Like, how could this not be amazing? Like, it's back. Like it literally has returns in the title. Like it's back. And I remember when I finally played it, it just did not jive with me at all. At all. I didn't like the fact that you had to like just stop and blow on stuff. I really didn't see what that added. I did not like the motion controls. I just feel like in a game that's about tight platforming, I have no interest in doing this every single time I need to roll in a game where you roll a bunch. I didn't really care for the graphic style. I was not a fan of the lack of animal buddies. I think that one had Rambi. I don't even remember, but if it had an animal buddy, it was only Rambi. I thought it was lame that they didn't have other ones. Off of memory, I don't even think there was a single underwater level. I don't think you could go in the water at all in that one, which is like wild to think about, considering how iconic the underwater levels are in Donkey Kong Country in general. But overall, like I did not like the game. But we have the HD remake coming out, and I am honestly excited to give it a fair shake. I'm not gonna like turn the game on and already be like, like, because that's not fair. I'm gonna give it a complete fair shake. I am genuinely curious if without motion controls, with it being in HD, I still won't really care for the art style. I feel like there's a whole wave of people, a giant chunk that completely disagrees with me on this, but I don't really like the art style of Returns or Tropical Freeze. I just don't. But at least it'll be in HD and no motion controls. I'm curious if I can at least have this game rank in like a normal ranking. Because when I rank the Donkey Kong countries, I like the other four. I like Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3, and Tropical Freeze. I legit just don't like Returns. And I'm curious if I can get it to where I at least can say, yeah, it's at the bottom of the list, but I like the game. Because as it is right now, I don't like the game. And I'm very happy that they are including the stuff on the 3DS. Because I had actually bought it on the 3DS as well. And I never went through and did all of it. Because I just prefer to play stuff on the TV. So I have no excuse. It will be in HD. I don't have to look at the small screen. I don't have to play on handheld. I don't have to use motion controls. All of these things are out the window now. I can play the game in HD. I can play it on my TV. I can play it without motion controls. I am genuinely curious on how I will feel. I'm kind of excited to give it one fair shake. And honestly, it would be cool if I could get out, like from that experience, I could get out of it and be like, that game's pretty good. But I am curious as to what everyone else thinks, because I feel like with this video, there's going to be people that are going to be like, dude, you're insane that you think the game is bad. I don't know if I could say it's bad. It's just, I am so confused how it was the return. Like, do I expect them to keep it exactly the same? No. I mean, even then, I mean, I like how like Mario Bros is always trying different things. Well, there was a period where people were annoyed that they weren't trying enough different things, but I liked Mario Bros. Wii. I liked Mario Bros. U. Luigi U. I thought that stuff was fun. So I like when they try different things. But with Donkey Kong Country Returns, it just felt like it just didn't feel like Donkey Kong Country. And I even have my gripes with Tropical Freeze that I think as a platformer, it's great, but I still, as a Donkey Kong Country game, there's just something about it that it just doesn't feel the same. I can't get into that world like I could the original 3. And that could be because of my age of when I played them. There's definitely factors there. But at least with Tropical Freeze, I really do think it's a good game. I thought it was super cool how you could unlock the hard mode. I thought it was cool how even though you didn't have to collect these for like the full completion, in the hard mode, they would have the letters again to collect and you didn't have to do it. But if you did collect the letters again in hard mode, it would actually show it on the like the results screen in the hub world and stuff. I thought that was super cool. The fact that it would like keep track of that. So at one point, I believe I did like completely all of it. And with Returns, I never got to that point. And I think with Returns, it's going to be pretty difficult because I remember, I believe in Returns to be able to do everything, you have to get like decent times in the time trials. And I think that's, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that was a change in Tropical Freeze where it made it more fun because I didn't have to do that. Tropical Freeze, I remember at one point, I think I was like number 2 on the leaderboard on one of those things. Like I had fun grinding some of the levels, but I would not want to get like the gold medal on all of them. I just would not want to do that. So with Returns, I believe you had to get good times to be able to do all the bonus world stuff. So again, could be wrong about that. But if I do have to do that, oh my gosh, it's going to make it very difficult for me to try to get the full entire experience for Returns because I don't know if I don't know if I'd want to do that. And honestly, I don't know if I could. I don't know if I have the same level of determination as when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I'd sit there and play it forever. Now, I feel like if I can't get it within a certain time period, if I don't care enough about the game, I don't know if I'd do it. But at the very least, though, I will play it from beginning to end and see how I feel, and then go to try to 100% it, see how I feel. And I really do. I hope I come out of this feeling like the game is good. That's the ultimate thing. I hope that I leave the experience with thinking the game is good. But if I don't, it also, like I said at the beginning of the video, it doesn't matter. Like at the end of the day, it's just my opinion on how I feel about the game. I don't care if it's someone's favorite. For myself, I'm still just confused as to how it was the return. That's it. It doesn't feel like Donkey Kong Country to me. You could say that that's insane because you're literally playing as Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong is right there. But even just, I mean, the changes when it comes to the fact that Diddy Kong's always on your back. I did really like how in Tropical Freeze, if you unlock the hard mode, you could play as just the solo Kong. Super cool. Super cool. But yeah, I don't know. That's just how my experience or the history of how I've felt towards Donkey Kong Country Returns. So I'm excited to try the HD remake and we'll see how I feel coming out of it.